3, 2, 1, and we're on. My goodness, guys. All right. Welcome back, or welcome to Train With Me. I'm April. I like to paddle. And unfortunately, I have not paddled all week because Monday, 7/7, we experienced a massive flood event. The water rose to 16.5 feet. Boats sank. Docks disintegrated. There is just stuff everywhere. So my normal schedule, my normal paddling is absolutely thrown off. You're gonna hear a lot of pressure washers probably in this video. Also, the lake is technically closed. We'll see. They might come for me and tell me to go home. I'd be happy to oblige, it's fine. I can't keep not training. Let's go see. There's an entire dock and boathouse in the water over here. And then I gotta go slow. There's another. Oh, there's a guy kayaking his jet ski back to his dock. At least he got it back. Anything that went over the spillway, that's gone. Yeah, some people lost a lot. This is very, it's kind of somber out here today. The water looks like chocolate milk. A lot going on. So, today, you're training virtually with me. The workout is one of the most important workouts in the calendar. And when I work with paddlers and build out their training plans, this is one that I see people skip a lot. Like, this is one of the first ones to go each week, even though it's probably one of the more important workouts. And it is the 1 hour easy. You're supposed to go easy. I'm going easy. I'm using the 1 hour easy this week to kind of go assess the damage. 1 hour easy, it can be, like, if you're feeling really strong, it might be a little quicker. And if you're feeling really worn out, it can be a little slower. And I feel like for a lot of us, oh man, let's go get a close-up of this. I feel like the tendency for us as athletes, gotta go slow. There's a lot of debris under the bridge. One moment. Make sure it's safe. Yeah. There was a boat and a boathouse over here the other day. I'll just get this in the footage behind me. There's a bunch of paddle boats, some kayaks, docks, buoys, tons of stuff right there. Oh man. Yeah, bunch of docks up against the road over here. Oh man, oh, that dock's gone. Okay. Still going slow. I think there's a dock in the middle of the lake. Let's go look at that. Ooh. Stuff's gone. Guys, this is unfortunate. This is bad. So it was a 500 to 1,000 year flood event. We got 10 inches of rain overnight. And here we are. I mean, it's a beautiful day now. So crazy, huh? Anyway, back to work. 1 hour easy. I feel like a lot of people skip this workout, and the tendency, especially when we're running short on time, is always to look in your training plan, like look in that calendar for the week, and to pick out the most important looking workouts, right? You're like, oh, lactic sprints, oh, 2-minute repeats or mile repeats, right? Like your gut instinct says like, oh, let me look at the most exciting looking workouts and I'll pick those. But the problem with doing like just those charismatic, exciting workouts, it's like those are kind of all the higher intensity ones. And the secret sauce, if you will, is this stuff. It's not the... Did we use the chili analogy the other week in the train with me? Because let's do the chili again. So say, do you like food? I love food. Say you're cooking a batch of chili for the chili cook-off, and you got yourself a nice Carolina Reaper pepper. If you, the chili, the beans and the tomatoes and the whatever else your ingredients are, that stuff is your zone 1, 2 work, right? Big pot of it. And your zone 3, 4, 5 work is your Carolina Reaper pepper. If you use too much Carolina Reaper pepper, you're gonna ruin the whole dang pot of chili. It's gonna be unedible. So if all you do is go out and eat Carolina Reapers and you don't add any beans and all the other stuff to your pot, not only are you not gonna win the chili cook-off, you're gonna light your butt on fire. I wouldn't recommend it. So make sure, and I'm not saying like if you're gonna skip a workout this week, I skipped all my workouts this week because the lake is literally closed. Holy moly. All right, we're just, sorry, some big damage over there. We'll go take a look. I was coming over here to look at this little damage. So you're gonna miss workouts in life, right? So if you missed a lot of workouts, we gotta make sure our zone 1, 2 mileage, because you can eat the chili without the Reaper pepper, and it actually might be kind of nice. So all the time, just start with the potted chili, man. Just start with the potted chili. There's a completely gone. There's a dock and a boat there. That's gone. This is out in the middle of the way. So yeah, like I said, just start, always start with just plain chili. And once you got a big enough pot, then you can start adding little bitty Reapers, Carolina Reaper peppers to your chili. Gotta have, this is the most important stuff. It's just your mileage, just your volume, just time on the water, butt in the seat. It doesn't always have to be, you know, Garmin beeping at you, holding a certain threshold. Like it doesn't have to be that way. I think this in the middle of the lake here is just a tree. It's crazy though. I think I know where this tree came from. I paddled this lake a lot. Oh, this is cool. Minus the tree. So it's just a tree out in the middle of the lake. I thought it was a dock. It's a tree. Looks like over here, they're having like a lost and found. So people have brought things that aren't theirs, and so people are able to come up into the park and look through the piles of things and see if anything is theirs. There's a boat, an entire boat, just sitting on the grass. Lots of kayaks, floating mats and things like that. Turn around and take a look. Some people are just trying to get their boats out of the water. Other people who have operating boats are able to tow them over here so people can get them on to trailers and take them to get them fixed or worked on. There's what everybody's looking at. It's an entire boat dock. Oh, lots of chairs. Lots of chairs. Oh, yeah, there's a... Guys, this is... Wow. Anyway. So sorry I'm a little scattered today for the train with me. But isn't that life? I needed to film so I can stay on my little schedule here. I don't want to miss posting for a week, but obviously it would be understood if I did after a natural disaster. But I guess I just want to make the point that just because I haven't gotten on the water all week because of this natural disaster, the first thing I do isn't to get into my boat and do the hardest workout, right? Like, it's not to look at my training plan and say, oh, well, I missed my alactic sprints this week. Let me do that. Like, that's the hardest thing. And I just feel like that's what we do as a society. We look at the list and we go, well, that's the hardest thing. That must be the most important. And it's not. The Carolina Reaper pepper is the secret ingredient, but it's not the main ingredient. And if you only use the secret ingredient, you got a pot of crap. You can see the high water mark everywhere. Some of these houses, man, they had to be sweating. I don't think their basements aren't finished in, like they're lifted. My house is up high of the hill, so not so bad. But yeah, especially so if you've had a really stressful week at work or with family, and you're feeling like, oh man, I didn't get my training this week. It's tricky because those harder workouts, they release those endorphins, that dopamine, that comfortably hard, you feel like you did something, right? It's like you feel like you accomplished something even though you had a really bad week. Don't fall into that trap. If you're having a week that's kind of like sympathetic overload, a lot of fight and flight, a lot of stress, then maybe don't do the hardest workout on your plan. If you can get one workout in each week, start with the big pot of chili. Just add some beans, right? Like we're just adding beans today. It's not time for the pepper. We're just here for some beans. A musical fruit. In this cove, some pontoon boats and a completely sunken boathouse that had come off its dock somewhere. It's gonna be a long cleanup for the residents here of Hyco Lake. We got a boat and a dock part. I'm very lucky. Well, like I said, everyone's very lucky. No one's lost their lives here. It's just property damage, lots and lots and lots of property damage. So quiet. Saturday, huh? It's crazy. So here we are, filling our pot with beans. Yeah, when you're stressed out, it feels good to get out there and just angry paddle, like slap at the water and get some high intensity. It's not always the best thing for us. If you're stressed out, zone 1, 2 aerobic work actually helps slurp up cortisol. Chairs over there in the forest. So even though it might not release those endorphins at first, body's gonna process that cortisol from that stressful week. And it's going to be better for you in the long run. You just feel it. You feel it right here. You feel like this tightness in your chest. And then you just kind of start stretching out. And breathing really deep. Feel that tightness in the chest start to dissipate. And that's what we're looking for. I wanted to see how my favorite dock fared. It's an asymmetrical dock. It's cute. It's still there. Whew. Okay. Yeah, so your 1 hour easy. Start your watch, but no limits, no alerts. You don't need to know what your heart rate is. I mean, keep it low. You don't need to know what your speed is. Just stretching and feeling the water. Stretching and feeling. Grab. It's a great time if you have had a stressful week. Just think your thoughts. Let that brain just, it's like running the old defrag. Those old Microsoft computers, run the disk cleanup and defrag, and it would just repartition your disk so that the computer could work more efficiently. It would like clean up the files and move them around. The related files were closer together. Yeah, honestly, I'm not a computer nerd. That might be a bad analogy. I'm pretty terrible with technology. Just so you know, the plan was always to film 1 hour easy this week. I just didn't get to film it on Wednesday because the water was still up really high. Saturday, today is the first day that I've been able to get out. I hit the gym a little. Just moved the body, went for long walks, aerobic. For me, it was, what is this, 6? I needed a deload week anyway. So, yeah, 1, 2, week 3, 5, week 6. Because I'm just now getting back into things, I'm doing 2 weeks of build and a deload on the 3rd week, 2 weeks of build, deload on the 3rd week. Once, pretty much next week, I'll be moving into more volume. So continue my base development, coming back after my 2-year hiatus. The baby, he's a toddler now. He just turned 1.5 years yesterday. 18 months. Wow, how time flies. I have a newfound appreciation for mom athletes. My family's nice to me. I have time to train. but it's actually really hard to break away because I like them. Some days I just don't. It's like, oh, I could spend an hour on the water. I could just watch my baby grow up. And some days I just want to watch the baby grow up, right? That's what I did this week. Just hung out with him. Got my work done during the day while he naps. Cleaned up from the storm. This section of lake fared really well right through here. I think there's a lot of damage and debris up that way where we just came from because that's where the bridge is. And we're on the other side of that bridge, so that earthen, it's essentially like an earthen dam with a tiny little hole under the bridge. And that really, really slowed the water flow down, which probably contributed to our safety. I mean, there's a ton of other safety features. Built in up at the spillway in the earthen dam. I think they said the earthen dam, the water was flying over that spillway. But if it had gotten the 415 line is where the earthen dam would have spilled over. And no one on the lake is allowed to build anything below the 420 line. Minus your dock, obviously. Yeah, 420 line. Dude, I'm gonna be taking a antibacterial shower the second I get home. Yuck. I would like to settle into a slightly slower pace, but I don't want my footwell to fill with water. Yucky. Long and strong. This is at the pace that you could hold all day. Like if someone just suddenly said, okay, you're paddling for the next 24 hours, you should be like, okay, yeah, I can hold that. And that's where you're at right now. Forever pace. All day long pace. Just heavy and dry. Take this time, learn. I'm gonna paddle with the body. I reach out and then I drive with the hips. I grab the water, my upper body out front, and then I pull, sit up, crying my body past the blade. Head, 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 head. I think on the last video that just went live, someone asked me if I always paddle 20 strokes per side. And the answer is yeah, sure. But right now, I'm not counting anything because I'm doing my 1 hour easy. I have no idea how many strokes I'm taking per side. All right. Turn around. Dragonfly. Alright, back from whence we came. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Good time to work on efficiency and time in the water. When I'm working on staying long and patient in the water, I try to give a 3 count in the water and only a single count out. So I go catch two, 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 catch two. When I say 3, there's no power on the paddle anymore. There's no pressure on the blade. The 3 is the rest. Where I'm just opening the hips and finishing up the stroke. The last little bit of push. If you're in a Va'a, a V1 rudderless, then that's the moment, right? 3, that's the moment that you're gonna be making any small adjustments on your blade for steering. And it's better to just kind of do little subtle ones instead of like big corrective ones. And further behind the center point of the boat, you can make that adjustment, the more impact it's going to have. Catched, 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 catched. Pretty fast. So really low heart rate. Yeah. Thought I'd have more to say about the 1 hour easy. Oh, I did. I do have some more to say. So yeah, I typically see people skip these ones again, because when you see the training plan, the Training Peaks workout builder, and you got those really exciting looking ones, like the ones that just look complicated, like change of pace and stuff like that. They just look more important because they're pretty. There's more going on in them. This shouldn't be like just the default workout that gets nixed, that gets the axe every week though. In all honesty, you should, ideally, if you're gonna miss a couple workouts each week, you need to talk with your coach and say, hey, I'm missing 3 workouts every week. We should just maybe take 3 workouts a week out if you're gonna miss them every single week. right? Like just take it out, and then if you have extra time and you feel like going for a paddle, then you just add in extra zone 1, 2 aerobic base mileage. But let your coach know like you're not able to hit the volume that you guys have talked about, because it's going to impact your plan. So this week was an anomaly for me, not normally missing my workouts. So in an anomalous week where there's a natural disaster and I'm only going to get 1 or 2 paddles in, instead I'm just going to make my pot of beans. I can add some Reaper next week, it'll be fine. Beans ain't going to go bad. Let them simmer on low, they'll be fine. But say, you know, like by and large, you can hit most of your workouts each week, and somehow, though, like you're going through a little phase where you're missing a workout every week or 2. The best advice is to not miss the same workout each week. So like say something's come up temporarily and you're always missing Tuesday afternoons. If Tuesday afternoon is alactic, don't miss your alactic every week for 4 weeks. Replace it, like move the things around a little. And miss a different workout each week for those 4 weeks. Don't miss 1 hour easy every week. Miss 1 hour easy next week and do my alactic maybe if you're feeling good. There's something submerged in water in front of me. Oh goodness, so if you like paddling, you should read Tristan Gooley's How to Read Water. It's a book. There's just little stuff talking about ripples and how to see things in the water that might be submerged based on clues that you may see on the surface. Very helpful for paddlers. Alright, well guys, we're making it back. No one's kicked me off the lake yet. I saw Lake Authority when we pulled into the boat ramp, and saw all those damaged boats and docks. The water demands a lot of respect, eh? We got hit with our floods the 2 days after the floods in Texas, and that's just, I can't even, as a mom, I can't even wrap my head around that. You start thinking, right? Like, oh, well, where should you live, right? Like, where should you build anything? If you build on the top of the hill, there's wind and like mudslides. If you build at the bottom of the hill, you're gonna get flooded out. If you build where there's no rain and no floods, you're gonna get wildfire. If you build somewhere else, there's a tornado or a hurricane or an earthquake, right? Like, the moral of the story is there's no such thing as safety and security in this life, right? It's just not possible. You can't plan for it all, you can't foresee it all. You can do your best based on what data you have available and what's information that's been collected historically. But man, if it's coming for you, it's coming. There's nothing you can do. So just get out there and keep your mind and your body fit, so that if you are ever faced with a tragic and scary situation, you can at least think clearly and have a strong body, and a strong mind to try to do the best in the moment that you can, right? It's not always possible. Some people don't have that ability either. But if you do, don't squander it. Beautiful butterfly just came by. Alright, no more soapboxing for me. Just kidding. Get out and get some sunshine. Oh, cool research. I'll link into the notes below. The sunlight, the long waves actually pass through your body. New research published last week. The sunlight, the infrared long wavelength sunlight, goes through your body all the way through to the other side, and it actually improves mitochondrial function along with your aerobic zone 1 and 2 paddling. The 1-2 punch makes me not want to get out at 5 a.m. anymore. It makes me want to paddle right now in the middle of the day. It's not middle of the day, it's still early-ish morning sun. But yeah, I just want to be out here with the sun. Like, I can feel it, right? Now that I read that study, I can feel it. You can feel the sunlight going all the way through. It's just supercharging each one of my cells. I feel it. Thank you, sun. Give some power. Thank you, sun. Thank you, sun. You can do some pickups, and you're feeling good. You're like, wow. Yeah, after about 30 minutes, your aerobic system should be fully turned on. You start feeling really good, even if you've had a long week. Feels good, feels good. Do a couple of like just boom, boom, boom. Relax, like 3-stroke surges, just to feel that power. Is that Lake Thordy? I was happy. Hold on. Let's see, I might get kicked off. Going over here. I don't think I can paddle faster than they can boat. Just pretend I'm looking for my life jacket that blew away. Sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to get my workout in. make eye contact. It's like a T-Rex. You know what they say in Jurassic Park? Don't make eye contact. I think that says wake up already. I waved at them. There's the tree. They don't know if people are allowed to pass under the bridge right now. I mean, people are driving over it. I guess it's structurally okay. And honestly, guys, don't let the perfection be the thief of progress. I know I've said that before. I'm going to say it again right now. What if, what if they told me to get off a leg? Or what if something had come up, like if I only had 30 minutes or 45 minutes today to get on the water for my 1 hour easy? That's fine. 30 minutes is better than 0. 45 minutes is nice. An hour is great. 5 minutes slightly over an hour. Also, totally cool. These training plans, mine included, they're guidelines. They're suggestions. They're inspiration to just get you moving, right? To kind of take the guesswork out of it for you. So you don't have to think about, oh, I'm getting on the water, what am I doing today? You don't have to think too hard. Because in our society, we're all thinking hard enough and we're busy enough as it is. They're just suggestions. You don't have to follow them. Every single workout, you could do every workout in one of my training plans and do them all at zone 2 1 week if you're feeling like crap. Even if one says zone 3, zone 4, you can do the exact same workout. Just let the Garmin beep at you and just do it at a lower intensity. If you go weeks and weeks and weeks and you still can't find the energy to come out of zone 1, zone 2, you should schedule a call with me. You might want to look into your nutrition, motivation, and your energy levels are important. But let's say you have like a sick family member or stressful job interviews or who knows. And you just need to do everything in zone 2 for a week. That's fine, man. That's totally fine. Do it. You don't need my permission. Getting out and just breathing and like letting that sunlight pass through that body and charge those mitochondria. I might be attacked by geese. Hold on. Yay. Though I paddle through the valley of geese, I fear no mother goose. Oh my, no, that's not true. I fear all the mother geese. Ah! They are badass. Hi, honk honk. Oh, that's a little one. He's just got his... That's a baby. Honk. Honk, please don't. Yeah, I know you guys probably had a crap time in that storm too. I'm sorry. Yep. You're adorable. Okay. They've stopped honking and charging at me. They realize I'm going past. Oh my God. So yeah, like, and that's part of becoming the athlete that you are, right? Like, that's becoming the paddler that you want to be. It's someone who's able to listen to their body and follow that athletic intuition. So yeah, your intuition might be miscalibrated from years of overtraining and that, you know, go till you puke, go hard or go home mentality, or comparing yourself to others. I know I was badly broken when I started paddling. I just went hard all the time. I didn't eat enough because I had to be skinny, and I was overtrained. I didn't have any white blood cells. It was bad, guys. It was so bad. And now I just train for me, for health. And sometimes I go fast and win some stuff. And some days I suck. And that's just life. And I'm not really too hung up on either scenario. If I win, cool. If I suck, cool. I'm still gonna go home and eat a big slice of pizza and talk about my awesome day, whether it was good or bad, right? Here's that. You gotta be careful going under the bridge. Like I said, there's a lot of debris. Five miles. Lovely. I wonder if one of these logs was the log in my thing. So the water was all the way up. Oh, I bet all the, oh no. That's sad. I think all the little, yeah. Oh, I heard one. All the purple martins. There's a little, the sparrows, they're called purple martins, and they live under the bridge. There's one left. I think all their nests probably went under. That's sad. Well, there was a loss of life then. Okay, one of my favorite things early in the morning is getting out and like paddling under the bridge, and all the purple martins get up and they're chirping and flying around, and they're probably not doing so good right now. See them next spring, next summer. Hopefully they'll be back. Hopefully most of them flew away and there weren't too many little ones in the nests. I'll have to look up their life cycle and see if they're done nesting. The wrens, house wrens, Carolina wren technically, they built nests in my flower pots next to the house, and we moved them up against the house, and they're all doing great. So we've got tons of babies, lots of little baby wrens. They're doing great through the storm. They're nice and dry and happy, and they wake up in the mornings and peep, peep, peep. There's little beaks everywhere, waiting for mom and dad to bring in the worms. Dad is freaking spry as hell. He's like dancing around, his feathers look clean and groomed, and he's just singing at the top of his lungs. Mom, she's got like a feather poking out of the side of her face on the left. Her right wing is all disheveled. She's been sitting on these suckers for God knows how long. She just sits on the banister in the morning for a few minutes, the sun hitting her face with her beak open like this. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you, woman. That's, you enjoy your me time. She can see the nest from where she sits, but she takes a little bit of time for self-care every morning. That looks like a submerged boat to my left, top of a motor. Yeah. So that's it, guys. 1 hour easy. Sorry for the tangent. Hopefully there's a little bit of training knowledge in there amongst all the crazy damage and destruction.